Another Manchester United game, another 97 minutes of pure, complete chaos. It's everything that we expected it to be, but the result probably wasn't, all right? In a season where Manchester United, largely, majority, 90% plus of the time, have been garbage to watch. We've knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup, this indomitable Liverpool team. We drew at Anfield, and we drawn there at Old Trafford. Taken 4 points off them in this title push. Fuck them. And I tell you what, given how that game was going, the first half, no shots, we were getting dominated. It didn't seem like anything was going to happen from anywhere. You are damn right that I'm going to celebrate that result in isolation. A penalty against Chelsea and a penalty against, mate, United are just so crap. And like, you can have a go at Erik ten Hag all you want about tactics and stuff, but these players just cannot see a game out. They really, really cannot. Can somebody call an ambulance for Jurgen Klopp? I think he chewed through his bottom jaw in that game. But in a game where, let's be honest, completely devoid of any sort of quality from Manchester United, and it was the exact same chaotic approach that there's been all season. It was like Mainoo ended up really, let's be honest, in the first half, kind of operating a bit of like man-marking system on McAllister. It was pointed out by Gary Neville in the during the game, and I was like, yeah, you're really right. And it made so much space there. But in that second half, you know what, right? Bruno Fernandes is a player that I have defended more than any United player, and I will continue to do so because he is capable of changing the game with the flick of a coin. That's what Bruno can do. Yes, he's chaotic. Yes, he's a problem in the first half. Him and Casemiro were probably equally as bad. So many attacks just stopped because of a poor pass from Bruno Fernandes. But then Bruno Fernandes goes and scores a goal like that. 40, 45 yards. Outrageous finish. Kelleher way off his line, but still a ridiculously difficult finish. And I'm not even sure it was the best goal in the game. Look, given what you had expectation-wise going into this game, if you're coming out of the other side of it, they're really angry and you really want to focus on how poor United were in the majority of the game, then cool, okay, that's fine. I think you'd be justified for doing so. I'm not going to do that. I've kind of embraced it. Not that I've embraced the chaos this season, but shit me, it's just I've become aware that this is all we're going to be. Until at the very least the summer, and until the very least another transfer window comes through in this squad, I don't know. It's not just about players, though. Let's be completely honest. It's about systems, too. But can we just talk about Mainoo, all right, for a minute or two, please? That was like Makeda against Villa, wasn't it? You know, but the reason I'm saying that is because of how he's shaped his body up, aimed 3-4 yards outside the post, and just bent it into the top corner. Beckham would have been proud of that. Mainoo, that goal against Wolves, king composure from an 18-year-old. And doing that there today against the Scousers at Old Trafford was an absolutely magnificent, magnificent goal. And look, we can all be... and look, there are so many reasons to be frustrated about this United team this year. And then you just remember that we've got 19-year-old Alejandro Garnacho and we've got 18-year-old Mainoo. And that once we fine-tune what's going on around them, and Højlund too, and other players, and I'm going to speak about Willy Cambuela, by the way, because on his first Premier League start was the best centre-back on the pitch, with apparently the best centre-back of all time that's ever existed in Van Dijk. Well done to Willy Cambuela, but you can't help but be excited about what the future can hold when we've actually got a genuinely operational team that can control games, because again, we didn't, all right? And that's where the large frustration is going to come from. Predictions going into the game, you knew that United were going to concede 20, 30 shots, and we conceded 20, 30 shots. Liverpool were wasteful. We took advantage of that. In that first half, after you went at half-time, you're looking at that and you're going, this is brutal. How is it only 1-0? This is only going to go one way. Then Kwanzaa made a mistake, Bruno got the equaliser, and Mainoo pulled out a moment of magic. And it's just, I'm pissed off again because this team, and this is what I mean, like you can have a go at Erik ten Hag's tactics all you want. And trust me, I've done it. I've picked it apart. I've done tactical analysis of loads and loads of things. Of the space in between the defence and the midfield and the attack. Of the high press that's disconnected because you've got 2 or 3 different systems being used at once. A man marking. And then it's just, it's odd, it's crap, and it makes so much space. Chelsea with 3-2 up in the 109th minute and you can't see out a game of football. We're 1-0 up away at Brentford, and Mason Mount has scored that goal in the 90s, and you can't see out 120 seconds of football. Now, given that was slightly more difficult today, all right? I'm not going to compare those two situations. 20 minutes to go against a team that is chasing the title is a harder situation. But again, Manchester United couldn't hold on to that lead. And it's been a problem all season long, and United conceding more than once, 1 or 2 goals after scoring. It's just, it's frustrating. You know what it feels like, right? I was going to say this in a video tomorrow, but I think I might say this today. For these Manchester United players, it feels like when the going's good, when the crowd is G'd up, wearing that Manchester United shirt becomes like an asset for them. It becomes something that drives them forward even more. But when there is a hint of adversity, the shirt weighs heavy. The pressure weighs heavy. The expectations weigh heavy. And they make mistakes that they otherwise wouldn't do at a different point in a game. And Wan-Bissaka making that tackle there, he's so good at slide tackles. Harvey Elliott dinking it away from him, kind of already going down before Wan-Bissaka touches him, but that's always going to be a penalty. All right? But regardless of the frustrations of everything from that game and of everything we've seen this season, we've been humiliated by these bastards for years now. All right, and that's what's made it worse. Our downfall has coincided with Liverpool just becoming good again. So for us this season, despite the zero progress, in fact, regression of this Manchester United team, apart from moments, for us to knock them out of the FA Cup and to take 4 points off them in the league, you're damn right I'm going to be happy about that. And look, I wonder what you think. You let me know in the comments here. Ajay, can I just say again, Willy Cambuala, stripes earned. First Premier League start. Actually really like the combination of Maguire and Cambuala, by the way. A very aggressive centre-back partnership, of course. Leaves problems sometimes, spacing behind. But Cambuala's recovery pace, and that right there is what, if Maguire had the athletic pacing capability of Cambuala, he'd be able to make those lunges, but also recover and go back in behind. But that would always be a bit of a downfall of him. But Cambuala, well done, lad. And by the way, he would have broken into this first team a lot sooner if it wasn't for injuries. But what do you think Ratcliffe and Brailsford are going to be? They were at Old Trafford there today, watching Manchester United. As I said, a really down, I wouldn't say, well, pretty much down and out United team, right? That's the biggest game we've got left in the league this season. We're not going to get top 5. We now have 2 games left this season that mean anything. Maybe. 1 definitely, 2 maybe. If we beat Coventry in the FA Cup semi. And in The Athletic, they said that Ratcliffe and Brailsford are more focused on results and performances rather than... No, sorry, what is it they're focused on? I don't really know what they're focused on. I'll be honest, I'm confused about Manchester United. This Manchester United team this season has confused me more than anything I've ever seen from my football club. But... anything that sees that whopper losing his marbles, I'm happy with.